number 6, South Carolina. Gators Gamecocks in Columbia. Thursday night, Friday night, and Saturday afternoon on 10:10 a.m.
This month, the Key Buick GMC received 2.9% financing for 60 months or choose 4.9% financing for 72 months on all available GMCs, $500 off all new vehicles for active, retired, enlisted, and previous military. Home of Jacksonville's no added dealer markups with clear, fair pricing, as well as the only Buick GMC dealership offering lifetime powertrain warranty on all new GMCs. Key Buick GMC. We are professional grade, Southside and Gate.
General RV is having a Factory Direct pricing sale. Factory Direct. Factory Direct. It's all happening April 19th through the 23rd. We want to make it easy for you to get out camping, so we're rolling back prices. They can't get any lower. 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 That means thousands of dollars in savings on motorhomes, travel trailers, fifth wheels, and more. General RV is having a Factory Direct pricing sale. Only at General RV in Orange Park on Wells Road off 295.
Let's fire up the flavor and ignite those appetites. Let's slow down and smell the barbecue. Because all your favorites are smoked for hours and ready for eating when you are. From our famous ribs to slow smoked pork. Enjoy some perfection by the plateful, safely in our dining room or in the comfort of your home. With curbside pickup, drive-through, and delivery. Sonny's Barbecue. Local pitmasters since '68.
Are you buying a home with a septic system? Don't do it without getting the septic system inspected first. Call Duck Duck Rooter, Northeast Florida's only master septic contractor. Our team will conduct an in-depth inspection that includes a full report with pictures. DuckDuckRooter.com.
This date in sports history is brought to you by Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
On April 19, 1991, billed as the Battle of the Ages, Evander Holyfield beats George Foreman in 12 rounds for the heavyweight boxing title.
I'm with Greg from Cycles of Jacksonville, and Triumph is such a hardy, big, beautiful bike. If they come into the showroom, what can they find?
You're going to find everything from the modern classics, the Trident, the Scramblers, the Bobbers. We've got it all.
And inventory is always changing, right?
It is always changing. It's fluctuating fast. If you see it, you better get it.
So come on into the showroom. That's the easiest way. Or log on to cyclesofjacksonville.com. They're on Atlantic near Regency. That's Cycles of Jacksonville.
Jumbo Shrimp Baseball presented by FIS is home all week at 1-to-1 Financial Ballpark. Tomorrow is Coors Light Thirsty Thursday with beer specials. Then it's Red Shirt Friday with fireworks. And the first 2,000 fans on Saturday get free Jumbo Shrimp socks, plus more fireworks. Baseball all week and weekend. Tickets start at just $5. Jumbo Shrimp Baseball. Affordable family fun.
Hard to believe that 2023 is here. I'm Kevin with Gutter Helmet and Armor Guard Exteriors. The home improvement supply chain has been sketchy at best. Our local manufacturers continue to deliver on time, from gutters to gutter protection, retractable awnings and screens, replacement windows, and glass and ice. Start your home improvement project now and receive 18 months, 0 interest, and no money down. But you have to call now, 904-906-8669.
Calling all Buffalo Bills, Annie Oakley's sharpshooters, and amateur marksmen. Join some fun folks for an afternoon of competitive clay shooting to benefit Operation New Uniform, providing transformative training and career services to empower veterans and military spouses to successfully transition from military service to a meaningful career. Friday, April 28th at Clay Target Sports on a state-of-the-art 15-station sporting clay course. Register at onvet.org.
The IRS has just received $80 billion in funding to hire additional agents for aggressive collections enforcement. If you owe the IRS, now is the time to take action before the IRS comes after you or your business. There's no time to waste. Call J. David Tax Law, a firm right here in Jacksonville, for a no-cost consultation at 904-507-4777. That's 904-507-4777. Or visit jdavidtaxlaw.com. Peace of mind is only a click or phone call away.
Good friends and great memories. Everybody hopes to have a bunch of them. The best way to make more is when you're out for a good time, keep an eye on your friends and make sure everyone gets home safe. Anheuser-Busch reminding you to always drink responsibly.
Head and neck cancers are quite common. but often go undetected until later stages. If you have lumps or bumps in your mouth or sores in your throat or difficulty swallowing, get screened for head and neck cancer with AckermanCancerCenter.com.
At Andy's Automotive and Truck Services, they know that your company's fleet is more than just a bunch of cars and trucks. It's your livelihood, your reputation, your pride. So when you need routine fleet maintenance or emergency repairs, Andy's offers after-hours and mobile service to minimize your downtime and keep your fleet running like new. While you care for your employees and customers, rest assured Andy's Automotive will take care of your fleet. Visit the team at andysats.com.
This 1010XL 92.5 FM hour is powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733. Our next guest is not affiliated with the NFL or Jacksonville Jaguars.
Discussion of injuries is solely based on opinion.
Now, the Bari Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Injury Breakdown.
I'm coming in hot.
Look at him. He was singing right along. Coming in hot.
On the video, Gio.
Gio is here in the house. Dr. George Bari, fellowship trained under the renowned Dr. James Andrews. What up, Gio?
What's up, man?
We were listening to Calvin Ridley and Trevor Lawrence. You were rolling in, listening to it on the 1010XL airwaves. Trevor, pretty impressive. And the one thing we were talking about, looks like he's put on some LBs. About this time last year, I don't remember what it was, if it was the flu or something. Anyway, he'd lost some weight. Anyway, dude's been in the weight room a little bit. I like that.
Yeah.
I like that. I know you're a Jaguar fan.
You're talking dirty to me, and I kind of like it.
And I know young Gio is a big-time Jaguar fan. All right, if you have sports injury questions, you can hit the text line designed by Lifetime Enclosures at 641-1010. Jump in and let us know if it's a shoulder pain, hip, surgery, question, whatever it might be. Let us know, 641-1010. Gio, you get free medical advice from him. The one thing that you and I had talked about before with Calvin Ridley was that broken foot. And he definitely listed it a few times with the number of stats he was able to put up yardage-wise, touchdowns with that broken foot. So I'm hoping he's fully healthy and he's ready to go. Now let's talk about what could be a serious wrist injury for Ja Morant. Sunday afternoon, Lakers, Grizzlies, Ja Morant drives to the hoop. Anthony Davis said, none of that, takes the charge. Ja falls, lands on his wrist. That wrist gets turned over. Now, they said x-rays were negative, but what did you think?
I mean, look, he was definitely hurting right when it happened. And, I think it's good news for him that x-rays are negative. I wonder if they're going to get a CT scan to make sure there's no hairline fracture that's missed. But, you could definitely have a bad wrist sprain that can put you out. Mm-hmm. So that I think it's to be determined yet. But, I mean, he was definitely in a lot of pain when this first happened.
So, like a typical wrist strain, then, like what do you typically see as like the time you're sitting out until you are not only healthy but able to shoot? Though he's got to shoot.
Yeah, I mean it really depends on the severity. And he was pretty high. Looked like he was pretty high up, and then
I bet at least 8 feet, Joe. I mean, 6-8 feet.
Well, he's trying to climb above Anthony Davis.
He was going up for a dunk.
Yeah. And so that's probably a good 7-foot fall. Yeah.
And so it just depends on the severity. You can have sprains where in 2 days you're fine, and some where it takes a couple weeks to get back. And at this point, you're making sure there's no tears also. So I don't doubt they're going to probably get an MRI and a CT scan on him just to make sure everything's okay. It really, how far out he's going to be is just going to depend on the severity of it. Yes. You can have 2 days. You can have 2-3 weeks.
So and the NBA is big on this. Like, they don't want to ruin future seasons for one playoff run. So if he plays, could he do not only more damage, but damage that could lead to a longer recovery?
Well, it depends what it is, right? I mean, if you have a sprain, I can't imagine that. Usually, I mean, the thing is, usually you're going to self-limit yourself because if it hurts so much, you're not going to be able to play. And if you're a good player, you realize you're just going to hurt your team not being able to play, right? Are there some things you could hurt yourself? Yeah, I mean, if you have a hairline fracture that's, like on a scaphoid that you should put in a cast and you're going to play, and then it becomes a non-union, now you need a surgery. I mean, there are things, but overall, if you have a sprain and you just push through it, you should be okay.
And just for, history's sake, he was already hurting wrapped wrist from a previous spill. This was in Milwaukee, April 7th, Bennett backwards, and it took the impact. He was able to come back from that. This cannot help.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely doesn't help it. It can only make the situation worse.
Yeah, game time decision tonight. LeBron right foot soreness. That's as vague as it can be, Doc. I don't even know. Like, I love looking at Doc. I'm like, Doc, will you please speak to the diagnosis of right foot soreness?
Yeah. His foot hurts.
I mean, there's really nothing else that you can. I don't know how you can, without them telling you specifically what it is. And he played his tail off, and he got a lot of other contributions from guys off the bench that were able to step up and make plays for him. He still played 34 minutes and looked fine. So we'll find out what happens there. All right, a couple from the baseball world, major leagues. Giancarlo. I love watching this guy. He was a great Jacksonville Sun before they became the Jumbo Shrimp. He was Mike Stanton then. Now he's Giancarlo, and he's made a ton of cash. But anyway, he has got a grade 2 hammy, and they're saying, at least Aaron Boone said earlier today, or last night actually, expecting to be out 6 weeks.
Yeah. I mean, we talk about grade 2s, you're looking at 4 to 6 weeks, and they're putting on the further end of that. But, that definitely happens. You mentioned that one of my friends sent me a friend's friend MRI of playing baseball, and they ruptured their hamstring from the insertion. It's pulled off and retracted. It's going to require surgery. So it looks like that's the baseball injury of the day. But, yeah, I mean, those happen, and a grade 2 is a 4 to 6 weeks timeline.
So grade 2 is when you get those small actual tears within the muscle,
it's
right?
a type of tearing of the muscle, yeah.
All right, let's get a couple in here real quick. You got a question. If we miss it today, we'll have it on Breaking Bones Sunday morning, 7:30. We'd love to hear from you. 641-1010. Scott from Clay County. Will compression bands help along with ice and anti-inflammatories for tennis/golfer's elbow?
Yeah, compression will definitely help the symptoms. It's not going to cure it, but it will definitely help the symptoms at the time and help it not hurt as much during the day.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, those types of things. All you're trying to do is limit your exposure and make sure you give it time to heal too. I've gone through both of these.
To treat something, there's treating the symptoms, right, to help you get through your day. Then there's treating the cause to try to cure it. And so compression, like arm sleeve or something, may help at least the symptoms throughout the day so you can get through your day.
It's just temporary.
Yeah.
Right.
All right.
But let's do this because George is big on sending videos with Instagram. George likes to send these funny videos. So he sent this one with this guy with snowboarding. Going down he's skiing. He's going down the hill, and he sees a snowboard. Climbs all the way back up. There's a guy buried under what looks like, what do you think, Joe, 8-10 feet of snow?
Oh, he's way down in there. That's that powder you're talking about. You can disappear quickly.
He gets to him, and he's breathe. How do you breathe under snow?
I mean, you have to have an air pocket.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, that's kind of like those ships that sink and they find people that are still alive.
Because you can make an air pocket in snow.
You get an air pocket.
Yeah, there's like guys at the bottom of the ocean because they have like a canoe over their head or something like that.
Yeah. At the bottom of the ocean?
Not the ocean, but there's been shipwrecks where people have been like down in the bottom of some body of water for days.
Yeah, ocean
but they
floor.
Have some sort of pocket of air
He
where they
reads
can
a lot.
pop their
You
head.
gotta understand. He reads a lot.
Never doubt me.
Joe's response to that, well, JJ reads a lot. So I'm trying to figure this out. So you're in the ocean, you're in a pocket, right?
Yeah.
You're still, the carbon dioxide from your breath is still coming out.
Right.
So you're breathing in your carbon dioxide again.
At some point, you will run out of oxygen.
You'll die eventually. But this guy had like a couple days worth of.
Yeah, especially when you're talking about pockets
air.
of ice, you can clear a space
Yeah, I
for
mean,
air.
JJ reads.
Yeah, he reads a lot.
I saw a picture of this
a
poor
lot,
man.
A lot of us read, Joe.
And I was
a lot of
just
us aren't like,
Joe claims that he went 10 years without reading a book, Doc.
I believe that.
Just to be
Ask
factual.
him what his last book. What's the last book you
Just
read,
to be factual, it's 10 years and counting.
Yeah,
Okay?
we're beyond that now.
All right, now listen, we got to get
Tropic
ready
of Cancer.
We got to get ready for Luke Fortner because he's coming up at the top of the hour. Now listen, Gio, he's got it all. Bari Orthopedics. All you got to do is go to bariorthopedics.com, and he will show you that video of that snowboarder where he was sunk 6 feet under the snow and was dug out. But if you have any sports injury, you're all over the First Coast.
Yeah.
Instagram as well.
Yep, Dr. Bari.
And then where can they find our podcast?
Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, and on the 1010XL website.
Yeah, so go check it out. Breaking Bones. We will have one Sunday morning, 7:30, including the Eagles' Jalen Hurts, who underwent ankle surgery to remove hardware, which I thought was kind of interesting.
Yeah, we talked about this with Tiger Woods. You only remove hardware when it's irritating you.
Yeah.
Right? There's no other reason to remove it. Or if there's a screw into a joint, which for him this was years ago, so that's not the case because usually you find that out right away and it gets taken out. So it must have either backed out or must have been rubbing on him or something where it was bothering him enough to remove it.
And maybe it was actually gold screws, and he could put them in the bank with that $51 million.
Or maybe he needed the extra cash to pay his copay for it.
Yeah, that he's getting.
Okay, before you go, okay, I just want you to know what the Nooners are like, okay? This guy just texted in on the text line, brought to you by Lifetime of Closures, of course. And it says he has a picture of two guys walking on the floor of the ocean with a canoe over their head. Now,
Boom.
mind you,
Told you.
Now, mind you, these guys have like tanks on, okay? And it says, "Watch a movie sometimes, Matt." Jeez. Watch a movie sometime, JJ.
Hey, as long as it's on
that movie,
because
from,
God knows you're going to learn everything you need to know from movies.
Well, that's from Pirates of the Caribbean.
The movie's based on the book that JJ wrote.
That's from Pirates of the Caribbean, by the way.
We are out. Thank you, Gio. We've got Luke Fortner coming up at the top of the hour. It's
Not
XL
a factual
Primetime.
movie.
The First Coast Honda Dealer Studios on 1010XL.
What's that?
What the hell?
It's a big red button.
The big red button.
1010XL.
All Weather Contractors is hiring experienced roofing team members now. If you want the most competitive pay for your experience, eager for opportunity and advancement, and if bonuses, benefits, 401k programs, and employee stock ownership opportunities sound appealing, we should talk. We're a full-service multifamily and commercial construction company focused on building better careers for people with a purpose. Build a better career in the commercial roofing industry. Apply online at allweathercontractors.com today.
I'm Clayton Bromberg, the president of Underwoods. You've heard me talk about the Rolex my grandfather gave me for graduating from college, but there's something else you need to know about Rolex watches from an official Rolex jeweler for over 60 years. If you own a Rolex, probably today more than ever before, if you need that Rolex serviced, you should only visit an official Rolex jeweler. In North Florida, there are 4, with Underwood's 3 stores, and Mayors has 1. Anybody else claiming to work on Rolex has no direct access to parts, and the use of non-authentic Rolex parts jeopardizes your Rolex from both an authenticity and a value standpoint. At Underwoods, we have state-of-the-art Rolex repair shops, both designed and outfitted by Rolex and staffed by Rolex watch technicians trained by Rolex. And best of all, our shop is on premise, so your Rolex will never leave Jacksonville, and our Rolex repairs carry a 2-year warranty. At Underwoods, in San Marco, Avondale, and the shops of Ponte Vedra.
The Northeast Florida Safety Council has been keeping Florida safe for 80 years. I'm Megan Ehlers, Member Services Specialist. Whether your organization is large or small, we're a nonprofit that provides the services you need to take the worry out of compliance. Benefits of membership include thousands of online and instructor-led safety and health classes, learning management system access, safety walkthroughs, orientation program development, and consulting services. For more on becoming a member, visit nefsc.org.
WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
Major League Baseball is back, and Perfect Rag Billiards is the place to be. Whether you're a Rays, Cub, or even Yankee, Perfect Rag Billiards has all the games live. Tons of awesome beer and food specials daily, from Smash Burger Mondays to Fireball Fridays, along with tons of pool tables, shuffleboard, darts, and more. Get on out of the house for the action and come to Perfect Rag Billiards in Murray Hill, where you can catch all the MLB action this season. Perfect Rag Billiards in Murray Hill, a great place to watch sports.
What if you could be credit card debt-free in 10 days and save as much as $1,000 a month? Loan Pronto's all-new Express Equity Line of Credit program is just what you need. Hey, it's Prosser here. You don't have to do a full home refi. You can tap a small portion of the equity you have and enjoy a super low monthly payment. With Loan Pronto's Express Equity Credit Line, you can close in 7 to 10 days, and a $50,000 loan will only cost you around $400 a month. Use that money and pay off high-interest credit cards or do a home improvement project. You can access up to 90% of your home's equity, and 9 out of 10 homeowners won't even need an appraisal. So even if you did a total refi recently or just bought your home, you can tap the equity with this fast, easy program. Stop the madness. Say no to 24% interest fees. Call Loan Pronto today. 904-999-1508. That's 904-999-1508. Or as always, you can visit loanpronto.com. Equal housing lender, NMLS 1661781, subject to lender approval.
Sports injuries are a common issue for both adults and children. Dr. George Barry here, and as a specialist in orthopedic care, the team at Barry Orthopedics and Sports Medicine here in Jacksonville provides comprehensive diagnosis and treatment of all types of sports injuries. With additional training in sports medicine and more than 30 years of experience, the team is available to care for your entire family and help you have fun and stay active. Visit us today at BarryOrthopedics.com.
And don't forget to check out Breaking Bones Sunday morning, 7:30 on 1010XL.
1010XL is your home for Gators sports.
That ball's ripped.
When you hear Florida Gators baseball on 1010XL, it's brought to you by Renewal by Anderson, the official window and door replacement partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. And by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
Fair ball, home run.
Catch Gators baseball all season long on 1010XL.
There is so much I love about spring. Mia here. It's hard to choose a favorite. Kind of like the amazing used selection you'll find at Arlington Toyota Pre-Owned. I'm talking 400 premium pre-owned on the lot. So to make your decision a little easier, you get 30 days to love your purchase or exchange it for one that you do. And with a 4.7 out of 5-star rating and over 16,000 Google reviews, you know my friends at Arlington are going to help you pick the best ride for you. Arlington Toyota Pre-Owned, 10939 Atlantic Boulevard, and online at arlingtontoyota.com.
This is your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist Local Sports Update. I'm Taylor Dahl for 1010XL. In case you missed it yesterday, Jaguars linebacker Chad Muma joined XL Primetime here. He talked about the Jags turning things around this last season.
We were understanding that we weren't winning at the time, but, we didn't let that deter us from, the job at hand going into that next week. And so, I think it's very similar looking back at, the playoff game against the Chargers when we were down 27 and we went into the locker room at halftime. No one was freaking out. Everyone was kind of keeping that same mindset that, hey, let's just take it one play at a time. So I think it's similar to earlier in the season where we were just saying, let's take it one day at a time and prepare to win this week.
Visit 1010XL.com for more. It's 80 degrees at 2 o'clock. Time and temp are brought to you by Bueller Air Condition. Stay cooler with Bueller.
This 1010XL 92.5 FM hour is powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733. This is XL Primetime. Brought to you by Florida Home AC. Now that's cool. On 1010XL.
2 o'clock hours here. It's XL Primetime. Joe C., Matty Hayes, Mia back from the first media availability. Trevor knocked it out of the park. I said he's the CEO at the bank now. He is officially the man.
It's nothing short of incredible, Joe.
Yeah.
Like, I was driving back just now, and I know the Iowa haters will be in shambles when I say this, but outside of Caitlin Clark and winning the press conference, like, I don't know about another athlete in the game in any sport right now who you come away and you just say, man, you could have said all the wrong things. You could have walked yourself into a minefield. Nah.
Oh, he's
Never.
Impressive.
You're glowing a little bit right now.
Oh, my God. I texted JJ when he said how it was like mid-season form for the hair and for everything else. Also, I didn't go to the gym this morning, and so it was funny. I said to Taylor and a couple others, I was like, this press conference has got to wake me up. I'm running just on a little bit of coffee right now, and you walk in there, and how can you not?
Well, yeah, between the two of them and Foye as well.
Yeah.
Okay, because Foye's
Smart,
sharp as all.
one of the smartest human
sharp
beings
as all
I've ever
get
met.
out. But Ridley is just he has a little Ritalin effect to it. Honestly,
He's a couple bad games away from
Yeah. No, I love it. I think that guy's.
I do too. I think
he's
they
not.
need someone like that. Why not?
He's not unhinged.
Because they don't. They
Yeah.
literally, I mean, I was thinking about that as well driving back just now from the bank in terms of you look at Christian Kirk, you look at Zay Jones, and they're, everything is buttoned up, perfect. You need somebody who's a little more just,
Oh, I think he'll
shooting
keep him.
shooting from the hip. And
And I think he'll
saying
keep
what
him
he feels.
loose.
Yeah.
He'll keep him loose, and he's just got, I laugh. I wish that Baker Mayfield would have been a little bit better because his line, I woke up feeling a little dangerous, is a great line.
It's awesome.
It is a great line. And so Calvin really kind of reminded me, and he was talking about how I ain't soft, I'm tough. And
Yeah.
so he definitely has, a little bit of chip on the shoulder. I got to get back, and I got to catch up.
I would like to bring J.J. LaSelva into the conversation because we talked so much about the Players Tribune. Does the player actually write it? And while I do not think Calvin Ridley wrote it, he clearly, J.J.,
Yes, I don't think he wrote it either.
But he took a lot of ownership with what was said and what he wanted to put out there.
I love the I'm not soft. That obviously he was getting a lot of that.
Yeah, it was great.
And reading a lot of that online, or like, this guy's not ready. What's the deal with him? He's obviously not mentally fit to play in the NFL. Whatever he heard, he took it to heart, and he's pissed about it.
And the other part is that family means a hell of a lot to him. That seemed to be pretty obvious. His
well, I think he knows that, like, he let his family down. Like,
Right.
he should already have gotten his, mega contract, and he hasn't. He's playing on a prove-it fifth-year option right now, and he understands that. And I think it's very telling that, that is the approach he's taking. And so, that was just my biggest takeaway was, we joked, especially off the air, JJ and I, about Players Tribune, what is it really? Oh, no, he wants you to know, like, he told them, like, we're making a point of saying this, we're making a point of saying that.
And someone writes it, and they look at it, and they go, okay, I like it. I like
You guys are all burying the lead, man.
The lead
I
is?
mean, Trevor physically looks like a different person. Like,
I'm glad
physically,
it wasn't just me.
his shoulders.
If you're listening on the live
his
cam on
trap
YouTube right now.
By the way,
pecs.
Matt, we only got to see on YouTube his upper
From, like,
half.
pecs to up,
we
so I don't know what he looks like lower.
I'm talking about how impressive he
No,
was.
seriously, he's changing his body right now is what he's doing.
Yeah. Well,
For the good.
Yeah, but the thing is that he has gone through.
Maybe that's why Mia came in all flushed.
Yeah, maybe that could be.
I mean,
that might be burying
JJ
the
texted
lead.
it to me, and I was like, "Oh, good. I'm glad it wasn't just me."
Yeah.
That was like,
Yeah, so now we're getting there.
So, but
Now that's-
seriously,
no, it was different.
noticed that, right?
Oh,
yeah,
because I was like,
Well, see, the thing is that I was expecting that last year, and then like you and I were talking, he got sick. He dropped
Right,
LBs.
right.
Last thing he needs to do, because I expect his frame to fill out not Josh Allen like,
Right.
but approaching that. Justin Herbert and he are the same
or
guy.
even Justin Herbert.
Yeah, they're the same guy, and so he needs to grow into that, a 225-pounder at the very least.
Justin Herbert's a big dude now. He's
Yeah.
pretty big.
Oh, I know, and but they're
I
the
don't
same
think Trevor's
guy.
there yet. Yeah,
They're
they
both
are.
6'6".
As far as frame-wise, yeah.
6'6", one's maybe 218, the other's 228, and so that's where he's getting closer and closer to that. So that part of it, I love.
Yeah.
And I'm just telling you, the leadership point of view is what I'm not burying, because that's like, this is my house type of stuff, and we're ready to go. I love that.
I'm loving reading back right now on the text line brought to you by Lifetime Enclosures, since I was over at the bank for the press conferences. Some of the texts from you Nooners, man, I love you guys, and I'm so glad that you guys were as hyped up
they were fired
as
up.
as these guys were, because, man, something else. It is something else. And you know what? And I think what's interesting, and again, I wasn't here in 2017. I was only here in 2018, so I was only here for the demise of that team. But it's very apparent to me, between speaking with Foye and then speaking with Trevor, that they feel like they have earned nothing. Because Foye said when he was drafted by the Falcons, they had gone to a Super Bowl 2 years earlier. And then they did a lot of losing. And then he mentioned how if we do everything like we did last year, we're only going to get to the AFC divisional round and get beat by the Chiefs again. So they can't just move like that. They
Right.
got to move a little quicker. They got to move a little faster. And you got that from Trevor as well. And so Trevor was even specifically asked about being regarded. I mean, Dan Orlovsky, I think it was on NFL Live yesterday, put up the rankings of which quarterbacks could dethrone Mahomes for MVP. And Trevor is now on the list, and and he wanted,
And the thing is
he
that-
wanted to talk to us about how our summer or how our spring winter vacation was. And
He's grounded.
He was shooting it with D-Rock afterwards.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, he's
that's just who
grounded
he is.
and great in that respect. That he couldn't have fallen in a better NFL spot than here. But the other thing is there's no guarantee they even get back to. The assumption is we got here, so we're at least going to get back to this point. There's no way, man. So you have to put the work in. That's for sure.
They're going to score a lot of points this year.
Yes.
A lot.
And, I mean, it's.
Yeah. What did you think of when I asked Calvin about watching last year's team and seeing where he could fit in? I was very curious, like what his answer would be like.
He sounds like he's saying I'm the one.
I'm the missing
dog.
piece.
Yeah, I'm the dog. And I don't mind that at all. That's number one. Number two, I said they're going to score a lot of points. I think even if he wasn't here, they were going to score a lot of points this year.
Yeah.
It's just you're taking a natural progression of a quarterback, of a receiving core that's been around each other, of an offense that's now in the same offense for the second year. They're going to take a big step offensively this year.
I think, though, his point about, him being from the outside watching and immediately noting the slow starts. I mean, we forget because we just look at how that season ended.
Right.
We look at the final score of that Chargers game. being down 27-0, sure, they hadn't found themselves in that hole, but they found themselves down early quite a bit. And we were talking about that a lot on this program. And so the fact that he's coming in and immediately recognizes that, I think that that's a step in the right direction in terms of, hey, let's bring in somebody from the outside who has a different perspective than those who were in the building.
All right, let's get another guy who knows well of what they went through, what they want now, right now.
Now, another interview on the Farah and Farah phone line, brought to you by the accident attorneys at Farah and Farah.
The beginning of the offseason workouts means Jacksonville Jaguar fans will get a little taste, a little feel for what the offseason is going to bring after such an exciting finish to 22. Luke Fortner joins us now on XL Primetime. Luke, welcome in. How are you, bud?
I'm doing really well. Appreciate you having me.
Hey, man, we appreciate you taking the time. And, you know, we're fired up because we just ran the press conferences for Trevor and for Calvin, for Foye. How fired up are you to come back in after being drafted a year ago and know that you're playing for big prizes now?
Yeah, I'm absolutely pumped. Last year was a ton of learning for me and, you know, for the team as a whole, and to come back and have that experience to build on and be back with the guys, it's really good.
Luke, Trevor actually just noted in his press conference down at the bank about a time late in the season where you noticed it was cover 0 and you called it out. And he said you don't see centers, let alone rookie centers, guys along the line that identify that and call it out. Describe for us your evolution. When did you feel like you could make those calls, make those checks, and you were recognizing them?
You know, I mean, credit to the guys and the guys around me and Trevor, because I felt like I could do that the whole time. Now, did I know it the whole time? No, but you know, there was never any ill feelings about, you know, me speaking up and speaking my mind of what I think, and it's just a credit to them to being humble and you know, just being great teammates.
So, Luke, I'm sure y'all text and call each other in the couple of months you're away from the facility, but the day you all got back together as a team, you walk in that facility, what was that like for you?
Oh, it's like back to school. You know, when the summer gets a little too long and you're kind of ready to go back and you've had fun, but you miss everybody. That's exactly how it is.
Do you guys feel like it's something unique building right now?
Oh, 100%. I mean, obviously I wasn't here in previous years, but all the guys just talk about how much better the energy is and how positive everyone is and just how happy everyone is to be around each other and get to work again for another year.
Yeah, there's no question. We wondered what the definition of culture was, and then we figured it out quickly with, you know, how things happen. So take us back real quick, if you can, and maybe just give us a little capsule of what it was like. Jaguar fans would love to hear this. You're down by a huge number against the LA Chargers, and then you come charging back, score before the half, and then obviously take over in the second half. Can you take us back to that night?
Yeah, I mean, it was obviously electric. It was weird because we went into the game really confident. We'd obviously played them earlier in the season and felt good about the game plan and whatnot, and things just didn't work our way. And testament to the coaching staff and the team, and we talked about the other day, you know, that locker room, there was zero panic. It was everyone knew that we were, you know, on the right track, just things hadn't worked out for us. So to watch Trevor have the first half he did and then have the second half he did, I mean, he deserves it all. He works his butt off, and to have that comeback happen and be a part of it was truly electric.
A couple more for Jaguars center Luke Fortner on the Farah and Farah phone line. Luke, for you, first full off season in the National Football League. This time last year, you're getting ready for the draft. And so it's also your first off season of seeing free agency, seeing some guys leave, some guys come in. What was it like for you to, you know, see Jawaan Taylor, say goodbye, but also get paid? And now also, how high is your confidence in Walker Little stepping in to the other tackle spot and then Cam also returning from injury?
Yeah, so happy for Jawaan and so lucky to be able to learn from him for a year. He obviously deserves everything he got, and I'm so excited to watch him play. In terms of Walker, I mean, he obviously did an incredible job toward the end of the season, and that was the kind of work he was putting in the beginning of the season when he didn't have that starting spot, but he always knew that he would be the guy to step up. So that hard work paid off for him, and obviously Cam's a great player, and really excited to watch him work this year.
Hey, Luke, a former teammate of yours, Will Levis, going to be picked in the first 5 picks in the draft next week. Tell us what you know about him and what he's like. I mean, you obviously were close when you were there, but what's he like as a guy?
Yeah, he's a great dude. He's an extreme competitor. He came into Kentucky from Penn State and immediately set the tone and took control of the offense and the team, and everyone knew he was there to play ball. I'm excited for him. I think he's going to have a really successful NFL career. I don't know if I agree with his TikToks, but hey, everybody's got their vice, right?
That's why you live in Jacksonville.
Yeah.
That's why you're not eating mayo elsewhere. Isn't that right, Luke?
That's correct. I don't think I'm quite the Mayo fan he is.
Well, stay on that subject. Just your life here. How has it been? What do you like the most about it? What have you fallen in love with in Duval?
I really do love it here. It's especially coming back and not having to worry about, meeting a bunch of new people and moving into a new place. So I'm really excited about being back. And I didn't know if I'd love the warm weather, but I have fallen in love with it. And when I was back in Kentucky, I was getting pretty cold. So I'm glad to be back.
The blood is thinning out. I am curious, Luke, how much research have you done / history searching with regards to the history of the center position here in Jacksonville? Obviously, since 2003, I believe it is, there's only been 3 of you guys, Brandon Linder, yourself, and Brad Meester. I'm just curious if you've looked into kind of that history with the team and that position specifically.
Yeah, I got a chance to meet Linder, and obviously the guys all love him, and he, loves talking to the guys. So meeting him was really cool, and like you said, to see there's only been 3, I mean, that's a heck of a legacy. So just to know I'm following those footsteps, hopefully, and can continue to work hard and do it justice would be awesome.
So what did your position coach, Phil Rasher, tell you at your exit interview that he'd like to see you work on, and what do you think you need to work on?
Yeah, his point was just get stronger. I mean, obviously, you play against some big guys, and you look at guys like Brandon Sheriff and Tyler Shatley, and they are just unbelievably strong, unhumanly strong. So just continue to work on that. And, he kind of said the football stuff, we'll have plenty of time to work on that. The one thing you need to do is just continue to get stronger. And I think for myself, that's 100% true. And then mentally for me, I'd like to continue to kind of build my playbook knowledge and offensive knowledge and just football knowledge in general.
Luke, as a team, have you guys addressed the expectations, the idea of, soon when these previews start coming out in August in the magazines and the TV shows, you guys are going to be a Super Bowl sleeper. Have you guys even addressed that at all?
Yeah, we had a conversation about expectations, right? And obviously the fans, the media have their expectations, but with us, our expectations were that high last year, right? And so kind of mirroring that process we took last year with some minor tweaks, because obviously the process ended up working out pretty well. And while we didn't get all the way, we were close. So just finding those minor tweaks we need to make sure that we can make it all the way this year is definitely on our thought process. But when you're this far out, it's easy to get ahead of yourself. So right now it's just about building that camaraderie and becoming a team.
Now, Luke, I know we've spoken with you before on XL Primetime, so you're officially a friend of the program. I'm not sure how often you listen, though. We actually did our first ever award show back in February, and it was entitled The Deweys.
The Deweys.
And we had Andrew Wingard on the phone to help present some of those awards, and you actually won 2 Deweys this year.
Yeah.
So we would like to formally congratulate you on your 2 Dewey nominations and victories.
Rookie of the Year and Offensive Lineman of the Year.
You're probably saying, where's the hardware, right?
Well, I mean, I just can't believe Dewey hasn't brought this up to me. That's what's crazy.
Well, we're going to try and get some hardware for next year. So you guys, we'll dare you to put it on your mantle and celebrate. All right, so real quick before you leave, as a Dewey Award winner, peg in the ground, hooking a fish, what's that one thing off the football field that you like?
Oh, man, I'm really working on my golf skills. I shot a 65 the other day.
What?
In 9.
Oh, in 9.
Oh, yeah. so we're working on it. We're getting better, but I'm working on that right now as well.
I was going to say, I gave Trevor flack this morning. Somebody told me that he broke 90. Apparently it was last year, not this offseason.
Yeah.
So, meanwhile, he's got to be taking lessons from you, Luke. That's where all the golf prowess resides.
Yeah, it definitely pushes my athletic limits, that's for sure.
Listen, man, Duval loves you. You came in, you started as a starter right away. So best of luck. Enjoy the time that you have and the work you're putting in.
Thank you guys so much.
All right, man. That's awesome. Luke Fortner, at Luke Fortner 79 on Twitter, at LFort79 on Instagram.
By the way, he's another one of those guys that the year 2 jump's going to be big.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
There's a lot of guys in that team that are getting ready to have big
jumps. All right,
jumps.
so let's take a quick break and come back and just kind of react to what he said and what the other said because strength was one of his biggest things. He's going to go the Tyler Shiley route.
Buckle up. You're in the First Coast Honda Dealer Studios with XL Primetime on 1010XL. Find your new Honda at your 8 local Honda dealers.
Let's hear your story.
Dan Hicken.
Chicks dig me because, well, I have a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame.
Mornings on the Drill
Eat your heart out.
on 1010XL.
He's had a lot of near success.
Mia O'Brien here for my friends at Duck Duck Rooter. When it comes to plumbing and septic issues at your home or business, you gotta be sure you hire the right company. Don't get burned by some Joe Schmo riding around in an unmarked truck pretending to be a plumber. When you hire Duck Duck Rooter, you get experience and integrity that is backed by the owners. Plus, you're supporting a local, family-owned company, not some big corporation. So when you're stuck, just call the Duck, 904-862-6769 or online at duckduckrooter.com.
Honda has done it again with their all-new exciting SUV and truck lineup for 2023. HRV, Pilot, Passport. Honda's most impressive lineup. Visit your local Honda dealer today. We're dealing.
Hi, Kevin here with Armor Guard Exteriors and Gutter Helmet. It's time to start your springtime projects. Don't wait. Our suppliers are ready to deliver gutters, gutter protection, retractable screens and awnings, window replacements, and glass on ice. So let's get started on your home improvement projects now and receive 18 months, 0 interest, and no money down. Call 904-906-8669.
Hey, Dad. Hey, Mom. Looking for a great way for your kids to enjoy sports? Check out I-9 Sports, the way youth sports should be, offering flag football, basketball, soccer, and t-ball in Duval, St. Johns, and Clay County. You can play year-round, fall, winter, spring, and summer seasons with co-ed programs ages 3 to 17. Enter promo code 1010XL to receive $5 off registration. All the details are at i9sports.com.
Life is about choices and the decisions you make. I'm David Robbins with Epstein & Robbins. If you're convicted of a DUI, you'll have to face severe consequences. Walking through the doors of the courthouse or appearing at a bond hearing can be extremely intimidating. Without the right lawyer, you're likely to make the wrong decision. Let our team help you make the right decisions in court. Epstein & Robbins, the right choice.
Epstein & Robbins, fighting for your rights since 1975.
It's the blog players put their pads on for.
So we want it, we got to bring it.
My thoughts and observations on our home team. That's what I share with you every week on my blog.
Roland Reach Plumbing brings you Hayes Blog on 1010XL.com.
Learn how to grow and succeed in your business. The UNF Small Business Development Center presents an exclusive opportunity to hear from North Florida's award-winning small business leaders and local entrepreneurs. Register for your seat or a full table at the Small Business Week Awards Luncheon event at UNF on Friday, May 5th. And come network with the winners. More information at sbdc.unf.edu. That's sbdc.unf.edu. Sponsored by One-to-One Financial and JMI.
Why live with foot or ankle pain? If you have persistent pain, numbness, tingling, burning pain on the bottom of your foot, or swelling that doesn't improve with home treatment, it may be time to see Jacksonville Orthopedic Institute. Our foot and ankle specialists have innovative new options to help you get back in the swing of things without persistent pain that slows you down. Call JOI 2000 or go to joionline.net for an appointment.
Mike Dempsey here for Dandy Foods, and happy to report that Dandy has some brand new goodies, and they're only available at select Gate stores around town. 5 delicious new breakfast items to start your day off right. Fresh buttermilk biscuits, flaky croissants, French toast, maple waffles, all matched up with country sausage, ham, or bacon, fried eggs, and cheddar cheese. Breakfast is the most important meal of the day, so go out and make yours a dandy just a little bit earlier tomorrow.
Got that hometown flavor creeping up on you, yeah.
David here with Royal Pest Services. That grass is waking up from its winter nap. Royal is close to applying products that help bring it out of that dormancy. Our granular aeration allows treatment to get to the root system. Visit RoyalPestServices.com to schedule a free estimate. It's grow time!
Attention golfers, Hidden Hills Golf Club has become an attractive destination for golfers all over North Florida. You too will enjoy our classic Arnold Palmer design that'll test your game and keep you coming back. Book a tee time today at hiddenhillsgc.com.
Tacos, tequila, and tunes. The third annual Jacksonville Taco and Margarita Festival returns to TIAA Bank Field April 22nd. Check out Jacksonville's best food trucks, serving up an amazing variety of mouth-watering tacos with margaritas, tequila, and ice-cold beer. Fun for the whole family with live music, kids' activities, and so much more. Parking is free. It's not your average Taco Fest. Enjoy as you go with GA or Grande with VIP passes. Available now at TIAABankfield.com.
Summer is grilling season. Don't pay ridiculous prices at your local grocer. Check out the folks at Houston's Meats. Located on Main Street just north of 295, Houston's is always carrying quality meats at incredible prices. Only at Houston's Meats.
This 1010XL 92.5 FM hour is powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
Obviously, I wasn't here in previous years, but all the guys just talked about how much better the energy is and how positive everyone is and just how happy everyone is to be around each other and get to work again for another year.
This is XL Prime Time, brought to you by Florida Home AC. Now that's cool on 1010XL.
Jaguars center Luke Fortner just joined us right here on XL Primetime. We thank Luke, friend of the program. We got to get him on more. We got to make sure he gets out on a golf course soon. Maybe even, I don't know, a golf club of Southampton Wednesday.
Yeah, because we have our 9 after 5 tonight, and if he wants to put 65 strokes in 9 holes tonight, he can absolutely do it. He can just, he can rake it around.
Do whatever he wants there.
Yeah,
Are
he
you
can
kidding
rake
me?
it around the course. But yeah, the golf club of Southampton, I'm hoping to get a couple of these cats out there, which would be fun. The 9 after 5 definitely will be cranking tonight, so call 287-PLAY and get on the tee sheet.
Plus, to be fair, he's not the only guy shooting 65 and 9.
Yeah. Oh yeah. There's a few
So,
others.
right.
There's a few others. Look, I'm now. You know what my par is? If you ask me how I play, a shot par. You know what par is?
What?
It's probably a 45, because that's going to be a 90. Over 18 holes.
Yep.
And I'm fine with that. If I'm putting for par and I miss it and tap in for bogey, I'm happy. All right, real quick. We keep hearing more and more guys like Chad Muma, like Luke Fortner the last couple of days, obviously the two that we ran with Trevor and Calv, that they want something special here. They didn't come in and get a taste of bad. Trevor did last year, but now you got a taste of good. So what did you get out of Luke?
My thing for Luke, first of all, he's the type of guy that you can't be surprised that he's going to defer and push praise onto his teammates. That's the type of guy that he is. But did you like what he said about, I was instilled in confidence by my teammates that I could say, hey, did you see this? Hey, did you see that? Yeah. But I didn't know it until probably midway through the season.
Yeah.
And so that's what Matt noted to us during the last break of, if that was him as a rookie, not missing a snap and playing at the level that he was last year, where does he go next
He's
year?
going to get a lot better.
Mm-hmm.
And again, he's not the only one that's going to get a lot better in that
Right.
team. That's if you're a fan of this team, or even if you're a member of that franchise, you're a member of the pro personnel office.
Right.
These guys are going to get better, and more than likely, significantly better, because that's the big jump, year 1 to year 2.
Well, and I like what he said about what he wanted to do and what Phil Rauscher, his position coach, is asking him to do. Obviously, lift, get stronger, which is what I want to say Logs and Tony Baselli, all of them have said, and Leon has probably shared the same thing on our show. Get stronger, and then, you know what? His command and calls at that center position, it's only going to get better, only going to get quicker. His read and recognition at the line is going to help Trevor that much more.
Right, exactly. And I think that what's also really important is he noted having Brandon Scherf next to him, but also knowing that, yes, Walker Little played left tackle. If he has to slide to right tackle, having that confidence that you have two guys that barely, if ever, miss a snap.
Right.
What is exactly going to happen at that left guard spot? Is it Shatley? Is it Barch? Either way, it's two guys who only played half a season as a starter last year. And while Shatley, he's our guy, right, JJ? He doesn't miss a snap when he is available.
Shatley's greatest strength is his strength.
Thank you. Thank you, Gus. Appreciate it. And so that's where you know what you're going to get out of those two guys. But now having what we talked about last year, having a veteran next to Luke Fortner was so important.
Mm-hmm.
Well, having Luke Fortner and the experience he got and the comfortability, since Foye Oluwakin just said that that's a word, I'm also going to coin it as a word. The comfortability in the offense, he's going to make whoever is playing left guard feel just as comfortable, and that is very important.
So offense is positive. Let's touch a little bit on the defense coming up here in just a second, because Foye is, we'll at least get a little bit from him coming up here.
Yeah. Oh, no, absolutely. Yep. We'll touch on him. We'll play a little bit of his press conference back, and we'll also discover what was the deal with the T-shirt he was wearing. That and a whole lot more. 2 segments to go on a Wednesday edition, a Golf Club of Southampton Wednesday on XL Primetime.
Cruising with XL Prime Time in the First Coast Honda Dealer Studios on 1010XL. He's nationally syndicated sports writer Matt Hayes.
And you might be...
And he's Jags beat writer Hayes Carline.
At least he got his name right.
Get more Hayes.
I gotta get me one of those.
Afternoons on 1010XL.
Hey, Jacksonville, it's Matt Hayes. Why are you walking around with pain? Why are you walking around thinking it'll get better, or, you know what? This is as good as it gets. I'm just going to have to deal with it. Just say yes to Yas. Dr. Mitchell Yas and the Yas method. Look, you probably tried medications, treatments, injections, even surgery. Maybe the reason you're still in pain is because they're treating the wrong thing and not fixing the root causes. I found the best kept secret in pain elimination. It's elimination. Not it'll feel better for a couple days. Elimination. Dr. Yas and the Yas method. Call him today. 904-906-YASS. That's 904-906-YASS. And say yes to Yas, the best kept secret in pain elimination.
Creighton's Clearwater Revival's John Fogerty. The Celebration Tour. Special guest Hardy Har. Friday, July 28th, St. Augustine Amphitheater. Tickets on sale Friday at 10 a.m. at theamp.com.
When you have an orthopedic injury and need a specialist, I highly recommend Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
This is Dr. Kevin Murphy with Southeast Orthopedic Specialists, where athletes are treated like a pro. If you're in need of orthopedic care, call us today. We genuinely appreciate our patients and look forward to helping you. Online at se-ortho.com.
Where everyone is treated like a pro.
Relieve pain and get back to life. SOS. Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
'Tis the season to be cool. Florida Home AC wants to make sure you're not cooked like a Christmas goose this summer. Make sure your AC unit is ready for the heat, and if it's time to look at replacement, look for quality and value. You'll get that from Florida Home AC. And right now, take advantage of $1,750 off a brand new heating and AC unit. Log on to FloridaHomeAC.com for all the details and trust a company that will always keep you cool. Florida Home AC, the official AC partner of the Jaguars.
Round up your friends and coworkers for the start of the Topgolf Spring Leagues. Each Monday from 6 to 9 p.m. for 8 weeks, you and your crew can compete for prizes and fun at Topgolf Jacksonville. Go to topgolf.com/leagues to sign up.
Jacksonville is on the clock.
There's something good going on around here.
1010XL's draft coverage is brought to you by Renewal by Anderson Windows and Doors and the personal injury law firm of Harrell & Harrell. Follow the offseason with 1010XL and Tire Outlet.
People often ask me, Lee, do I have to take the roadside sobriety tests? The answer is no. Hi, I'm attorney Lee Lockett. Auditioning for your freedom on the side of the road can be nerve-wracking. And although your refusal might be used in court, in many cases, it's better to think twice and talk with an attorney first. I have 25 years of experience defending those accused of DUIs and criminal charges all over Northeast Florida. I'm from here, I live here, and I'm here to help you if you need me. I love fighting for your rights. Know Before You Blow. Go to knowbeforeyouBlow.com now. Offices Jacksonville.
What if you could be credit card debt-free in 10 days and save as much as $1,000 a month? Loan Pronto's all-new Express Equity Line of Credit program is just what you need. Hey, it's Prosser here. You don't have to do a full home refi. You can tap a small portion of the equity you have and enjoy a super low monthly payment. With Loan Pronto's Express Equity Credit Line, you can close in 7 to 10 days, and a $50,000 loan will only cost you around $400 a month. Use that money and pay off high-interest credit cards or do a home improvement project. You can access up to 90% of your home's equity, and 9 out of 10 homeowners won't even need an appraisal. So even if you did a total refi recently or just bought your home, you can tap the equity with this fast, easy program. Stop the madness. Say no to 24% interest fees. Call Loan Pronto today. 904-999-1508. That's 904-999-1508. Or as always, you can visit loanpronto.com. Equal housing lender, NMLS 1661781, subject to lender approval.
Starting April 26th, the annual Jacksonville RV Stadium Show is back with the Duval Draft Night Experience. This is the place for the largest selection of new and used RVs, and we'll even buy yours. Factory reps will be on site for this 5-day-only factory-authorized RV sale. And you have the chance to win Jaguars season tickets, signed merch, and a free RV rental. The Jacksonville RV Stadium Show from April 26th to the 30th. Sponsored by Travel Camp RV, official RV dealer of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
From Cuba to Nicaragua, the journey of master blender Rene Lorenzo has created some masterpieces. HVC Cigars boast a superb blend of the best Nicaraguan tobaccos in smooth and flavorful handcrafted cigars. Come out and taste these masterful blends at Tobacco Cove this Saturday from 1 to 4 to experience the Nicaraguan perfection. Kick back and relax in our comfortable lounge with food, prizes, and great deals on HVC Cigars. Tobacco Cove at Bay Meadows in San Jose this Saturday from 1 to 4 for a taste of Nicaragua.
At Kubota, they want to help you deliver a job done right. That's why they want you to know that the new Kubota inventory is arriving daily. You've got work to do. They've got the reliable, durable, and versatile lineup to help you do it. Visit Coastal Equipment today for all your equipment needs.
Greater power for the great outdoors. Coastal Equipment.
Coastal Equipment on New Kings Road and in McClenny.
This 1010XL 92.5 FM hour is powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733. That just happened. Brought to you by Florida Home AC, the official air conditioning partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
All right, so former Florida offensive lineman Ethan White, who technically still is Florida offensive lineman Ethan White, entered the portal. Committed to USC, did not go to USC, was going to go to USC after spring practice, has now pulled back on that commitment, back in the portal. However, JJ, you're going to love this. Steven Schrum, who is the Canes football manager of scouting and logistics for the University of Miami, tweeted out about, 2 hours ago, the shocked eyes emoji with the old Pope white smoke coming out of the chimney, okay? And then Alex Mirabal, who is the Canes offensive line coach, retweeted that and said, white smoke. Ethan White.
So, no, we're not getting a new Pope.
So it looks like, number
White.
one, we're not getting a new Pope. And number two, it looks like Ethan White might be going to Miami.
Loving that.
Yeah.
Is he good, though?
He was second-team All-SEC last year.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
he definitely, you're talking about a team that was still trying to figure things out. They ran the ball well. You're talking about a lineman.
He's an interior road grader.
Yeah,
is what he
that
is.
graded out in that department pretty darn good. Now, they may not have done a lot of other things well, but you're thinking that is Coral Gables?
I don't think there's any question it is.
Huh?
I mean, why would the Canes offensive line coach retweet the
I
Canes football ops guy's tweet of the white smoke, the Pope white smoke?
Yeah, I guess
and
you're
the,
right.
and the
All the
googly
signs are
eyes.
there.
And retweet it with one word, white, and then the smoke emoji.
I don't like it.
They're not being very discreet about
My
it.
question
No,
is,
they're not at all.
My question is this: what did you, Matt? Kind of backtracking a little bit here, but what did you make of Ethan White going to USC? Michael Tarkin going to USC. What did you make of all? Though,
you got two
everybody
really
jumping ship. And that it wasn't just the problem children; it was the really good players who also jumped ship from.
Well, you got
Gainesville.
two really good players leaving, and I don't know what their relationship was with Billy Napier, but my guess is, they might have got tired of losing.
Okay, but
might have just want to play in a playoff.
Yeah, but all right, if one of them's going to Miami, they may not be playing in the playoff.
Right? No, right,
Okay,
right. But they both were going to USC, which was a game away. Really, to be fair,
right,
a hamstring injury to Caleb Williams from being in the playoffs.
No, I dig that.
If Caleb Williams is healthy in that game, they could beat Utah.
No, I dig that for sure. Where did Ethan White originally come from?
He's from Sewanee.
Trying to remember.
He almost went to Georgia.
He's almost local kid, like First Coast.
Yeah.
So we are talking about a cross-country transplant. If he does go over there, and obviously he's not now. But anyway, I wonder. Like you've said this a couple times, Matt Hayes, that tired of losing, maybe tired of Billy.
I don't think it's tired of Billy. I think it's more tired of losing.
Okay, but they're part of the losing.
Right.
Okay. You can't just tuck tail and say I got to go find a winner. So
they were the best part about that team, though, the offensive line.
Well, they were granted okay at running the ball.
Granted, he's going to get money wherever he goes too. It's NIL too.
That's true. That's true.
So Florida's discombobulated
But whenever you
NIL
say-
could have been a problem as well.
Like whenever you say tired of Billy, I'm curious if there is something there.
No, I didn't say that. I said I don't know. I don't know what their relationship was with Billy. That's what I said. All I said was maybe they're tired of losing is what I said. Not tired of Billy.
I'm going to keep my eye on Gus Napier and Billy Bradley very, very close during this offseason and into next year. And I'm just going to try, and I'm just going to zero in, and it's either going to be Gus Napier or Billy
That's
Bradley.
you
I'm
saying
not
that,
quite
okay?
sure.
I just want to make that very clear. That is you saying that, not me.
I'm not
because
quite-
I'm not there yet with Billy Napier.
Okay, well,
I think he can, if he continues to recruit how he's recruiting, I think they'll be all right.
Yeah, and I do think the truest thing he has said to this point is when he was first hired, and he said we're in the talent acquisition business. That's the truest statement he's made to this point. But can you take that talent that you acquired and
develop
do
it.
something with it?
Well, it's also I do have one question. I'm a little shaky about his quarterback.
Yeah.
The idea of quarterbacks, but that's
Yeah. All right.
So, first and foremost, quick edit. Ethan White is a 3-star from Clearwater, whose best offer outside of UF was Illinois and Boston College. Josh Braun was the offensive lineman I was thinking
All right,
about.
I
from
couldn't remember
Sewanee.
where he was from,
Thank
so
you,
thank you.
9384. We appreciate you on the text line, brought to you by Lifetime Enclosures.
Yeah. And by the way, I mean, it really comes down to happiness, playtime, what you are playing
NIL.
for, and the NIL.
Of course it does.
It's all of it. It's
Yes.
it's a soup to nuts situation, and
I
you
think
need
should
to
put NIL up top first.
Well,
It
yeah,
comes
but-
down to NIL, playing time.
Of course, but all right, let me just put it to you this way: you're not going to get the NIL if you don't have playing time.
Correct.
You got to play to get the NIL.
You got to be a good player, right?
Yeah, and so
But you also have to have a university that hasn't completely screwed up its NIL situation.
Right.
Which now it looks like Florida's on the right track again now.
Well, now that we've renamed it Victorious,
Whatever you want to call it.
before they ever get to
How
the
about
actual,
figuring out how to paying people? That's
before
really
they
what you
actually
need
get
to
to
do.
the victory column, they've renamed it. So they're trying to be prophets of the future, I suppose.
Let's quick circle back to your
profits for the
Jaguars and
players.
put a bow on today's press conferences. We alluded to it earlier on the defensive side of the ball.
Yeah,
Foye
Foye.
Oluwakin representing the defense and their brand new T-shirts that he was sporting in today's press conference. Here he is explaining where they got those shirts that said, "Think takeaways."
The shirt, man, that's what the defense believes in right here. We was down and out, and then we started talking about thinking takeaways. Coach Bob Sutton said, if we want to become, an effective defense in the league, we got to take the ball away. So we all came back this OTAs, and this was in our lockers, think takeaways. And me personally, I want more takeaways, elevate my game, elevate this defense, and you got to be thinking it at all times. So you go to sleep thinking it, you wake up thinking it's going to happen for you. So we're going to get more takeaways. I think we was top 10, top 5 in the league, maybe number 4. We just went over it. Takeaways, man. Get that ball in your hands. Good things happen.
Sudden change, ball back to 16. Those are all good. Every single time you do it.
Get off the field on third down.
Yeah, of course. One on the text
Chad
line.
Muma said it yesterday right
Yeah.
here on XL Prime Time, so
Get
it is
off
getting
the
through.
field on third down, man.
Yeah.
How many times last year were you like, oh, my God.
Well,
It's
here's
third
the-
and 9, first down.
Yeah, and
Third and 12, first down.
That's been a defensive epidemic for a long time, far too long here, when you would have a good situation after first and second down, and you broke every third down, it seemed like. 3rd and 8 and beyond, they just couldn't
I don't know what the
seem
number
to
was.
button it up.
I'm going to figure out what it was because I bet it was really bad.
Oh, yeah. But the idea to pair these two things up is that if you get the other team off the field on third down enough, what happens? They start to press, and then come the takeaways. So you got to have both of them. But there's no question. This team's third down, keep it on offense, and third down, get those guys off the field. Those are major.
Do you want to know what it was?
Oh, I bet it was
I mean, do you want to know where they were in the
30%,
NFL?
less than that.
29th in the league, okay?
What was it?
43.7%.
All right, actually, I gave him a little less credit. Okay, that's
4.5 of every 10 were converted.
so that's a little
Which
bit
is,
better.
which is a little bit better than Florida, which is 1 out of every 2 were converted.
Yeah. Oh yeah. All right, let's get ready for the Frangie Show. Speaking of that, it's XL Prime Time.
You're riding in the First Coast Honda Dealer Studios. XL Prime Time on 1010XL. Feel the thrill of victory.
Coming to the checkered flag. I can't believe what I just saw.
This Sunday at Talladega, Brought to you by the Plumbers and Pipefitters Local Union 234. From the station with the most horsepower, 1010XL.
Fact, we all want to feel better, especially when our joints hurt. Are you stuck on the sidelines but want to get back in the game of life? My friend Dr. Alan Nathans has a no-needle regenerative clinic for people with degenerated arthritic joints, like bone-on-bone knees, shoulders, hips, and more. He uses no-needle soft wave tissue regeneration technology that activates your own stem cells to grow brand new tissue. Long-term results. Don't do another cortisone injection. Dance at 50, golf at 60, river run at 70. Yes, yes, and yes. Check out Dr. Nathans at drnathans.com.
Mia here, and this spring you might be wondering, why is the sky blue? How do flowers grow? And the biggest question of all, why buy from Arlington Toyota? I'll tell you why. First, peace of mind. Buy any new Toyota from Arlington and their lifetime warranty goes with you. That's unlimited time and unlimited miles. Plus, there's Arlington's 30-day exchange program. It's 30 days to love your new purchase or exchange it. You even get complimentary car wash with your service visit. Now you know why you should buy from Arlington. 10939 Atlantic Boulevard and online at arlingtontoyota.com.
What's the Anajar Levine difference? When you're injured in a car crash, we focus on your case so you can focus on the one thing that matters most, getting better. I'm Glenn Levine with Anajar Levine. We'll fight to get you the maximum compensation you deserve. Call our legal team right now for a free consultation, 1-800-747-FREE. We'll help you take back control of your life. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
Main office, Jacksonville.
Did you know that many cooling companies are now part of big conglomerates with no connection to Northeast Florida? In the past, they have concentrated on heating and air conditioning, but after a buyout, many add plumbing and electrical services. This raises their overhead, and those costs are passed on to the consumer. It's a case where bigger isn't better, it's just more expensive. Not Mike Merritt's Heating and Air. Mike Merritt remains family-owned and operated. Merritt's focus has been the same for more than 30 years, keeping Northeast Florida comfortable, no matter what the weather. And there are no overtime or weekend surcharges. Mike Merritt's team does not work on commission. They repair only what needs repair and offer replacements only on what can't be fixed. And unlike at giant corporations where you can feel like just another number, with Mike Merritt, you'll feel like number one. Florida license CACO 50384.
Mia O'Brien here, still providing the best multimedia sports coverage in Northeast Florida on 1010XL radio, video, and social channels.
Catch Mia's quick hits on the video and social channels of 1010XL, driven by Arlington Toyota.
O'Reilly Auto Parts provides more than just the right parts for your repair. Our professional parts people can also offer free check engine light diagnosis. We can scan your vehicle and provide a list of possible fixes. Find the right parts for you or recommend a great local repair shop. Don't ignore your check engine light. Stop by your local O'Reilly Auto Parts.
O'Reilly Auto Parts. April is Head and Neck Cancer Awareness Month. If caught early, this disease can be treated effectively. So take control of your health with the experts at Ackerman Cancer Center. Don't delay. Get screened for any symptoms. Visit AckermanCancerCenter.com.
Tacos, tequila, and tunes. The third annual Jacksonville Taco and Margarita Festival returns to TIAA Bank Field April 22nd. Check out Jacksonville's best food trucks, serving up an amazing variety of mouth-watering tacos with margaritas, tequila, and ice-cold beer. Fun for the whole family with live music, kids' activities, and so much more. Parking is free. It's not your average Taco Fest. Enjoy as you go with GA or Grande with VIP passes. Available now at TIAABankfield.com.
Hey, Jack's Beats, Jeff Lagerman here. Hungry for the best brisket, pulled pork, spare ribs, jalapeno poppers, banana pudding? The Bearded Pig is there for you on 3rd Street to feed your whole crew. And don't worry for the folks in town, we're still here in San Marco. The Bearded Pig, Southern Barbecue and Beer Garden.
What airline is now allowing their male pilots to wear makeup, paint their nails, and carry handbags?
When you call Southern Oak and file a claim, you'll be handled by our hand-picked vendors who will analyze any roof, storm, or water damage. It'll save money for you.
Our family protecting yours. Southern Oak Insurance.
British British Airways has introduced new uniform policies, allowing their male pilots to wear makeup, paint their nails, and carry a purse.
Southern Oak Insurance, our family protecting yours.
This 1010XL 92.5 FM hour is powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733. Now, the 2-minute drill, brought to you by Tire Outlet. Keeping the sports world spinning with wholesale prices and premium service. Tire Outlet, Jacksonville's largest locally owned automotive repair shop.
Frangie Show on the road, UNF. They're out at the baseball field. Lauren Brooks joins us now. Hello, Lauren.
Hello, Joe. How are you?
We're doing great. I think we got not clear skies, but no threat of rain for a little baseball this afternoon and tonight.
I think we have gorgeous weather for like the next week, basically. The first time I saw rain is next Tuesday.
We'll take that.
I think everybody should plan to come on out to Harmon Stadium and watch some baseball. Obviously, North Florida Ospreys taking on the Florida State Seminoles. And I think the word is all around town that UNF should win, considering the streak of losing that Florida State's on.
Yeah, Noles, no bueno right now.
Unprecedented. They had lost 19 of 21 last I checked. I'm fascinated to see exactly what the issue is. When will we actually hear about what is going on at Florida State, or is it simply just a matter of Link Jarrett getting his guys in, Lauren?
Yeah, I think it's a good question. I know it's a young team, and I'm sure Link had, much like Billy Napier, Link Jarrett had an interesting roster to take over. And so, it will be interesting once the season ends what that program does, what that roster looks like a year from now. Because, certainly we all expected them to be a lot better. Mia, I know you were downtown today. I got the impression that Calvin Ridley's excited to be a Jaguar. What about you?
Yeah, just a little bit. I think he's excited to be playing football, and I think he's got a chip on his shoulder, too, dare I say. John Shipley of Sports Illustrated, our good buddy, just tweeted it. As raw and as real a presser as you'll get. We didn't think it was a show. Certainly, like I said, we're so used to now a couple of these Jaguars players that we know and we love, but they're very, structured. They're very authentic, but, they're very buttoned up for the most part. Calvin Ridley's going to let it fly, and that's a good thing, in my opinion, Lauren.
Yeah, absolutely. I certainly loved the quote that everybody tweeted out about, I'm a 1,400-yard receiver with a broken foot. But I also loved what Trevor had to say about him. Like, Trevor Lawrence has been around a lot of really good players in the NFL to this point, and he said he's a freak. I mean, as soon as he said that, I was like, okay, I'm ready to go watch them practice. I know we're not there yet, but I personally am ready for it.
Absolutely. Now, I know you guys have a star-studded lineup, as you always do, in terms of guests over at UNF for today's Frangie Show.
Oh, yes, absolutely, and certainly headlined by the new women's basketball coach here at UNF, Erica Lambert. She was welcomed by a press conference today, and then we will get to know her coming up this afternoon at 4 o'clock. And then, of course, we will talk a ton of baseball, UNF and FSU. First pitch, 6:05 here at Harmon Stadium.
Sounds good. Thanks, Lauren.
All right, thank you.
All right, we'll be listening. Lauren Brooks, Hayes Carline, Frank Frangie, the Frangie Show with Agent Gibbs holding it down here, and get on out there. As we wrap it up, another one on the text line designed by Lifetime Enclosures talking about Foye also. The energy was everywhere for all those guys. They don't come back and say, hey, it's time to get back to work and not have a whole lot of enthusiasm or excitement. That's how different it is when you think about it, and hopefully there's more of that to come. That's for sure.
We also do want to note, I ran off to the bank to go to today's pressers, but apparently – while I was away, you boys continued a spirited discussion about Michael Vick that bled into the text line designed by Lifetime Enclosures, the pop-off line.
To explode.
We have too much.
Unfortunately, Trevor didn't allow us to have that debate.
Right.
No.
So we will be carrying it on tomorrow.
There
yes.
it is.
And really, it's the idea is how great was Michael Vick, really. And that'll be the crux of what it'll be. But we will definitely dive back into that tomorrow.
I think it was more of like JJ said Michael Vick was overrated.
And, of course, a programming note as well. We'll be here, same time, same place tomorrow. But Trent Baalke and Doug Peterson are scheduled to meet with reporters at noon tomorrow.
So you'll be down there for that.
Thank you, Trent. I look forward to sitting next to you this year. Remember last year?
Lloyd just turned 58, by the way.
Oh, yes, he did. Yes, let's clap it up.
Good.
Yes, clap it up for our boy Trent.
Yep.
Last year this time I went to sit next to Trent, and he literally looked at me like he had seen a ghost at the luncheon. I'm hoping this year We're on good terms. Maybe I can sit next to Lloyd.
Just
this
it's
year.
so funny.
Or
because-
he'll just look at you and say, "Suck it," because you and all your criticism.
Yeah,
Okay?
which is fine. Which is fine.
Just for what it's
I'll
worth.
eat
Thanks
it.
for sending me that clown.
I'll eat that.
Right, thanks for the clowns,
I'll
Mia.
eat that, and I'll eat the lunch too.
Yeah.
So
Just for what it's worth, though, like nicknamed him Lloyd a long time ago because he sounds like Lloyd from Yellowstone.
Right.
Well, he just turned, Trip Hawkey did, just turned 59, whatever, a month or so ago. And in Yellowstone, I don't think I'm giving away too much here, Lloyd did celebrate a birthday, and he was turning 58. So, I mean, they're right there. They're right there. Nose
have
to
we
nose,
ever
toe
seen
to
the
toe.
two of them at the same place
Yeah,
at the same time?
exactly.
Does he walk up to the podium tomorrow and just do the old fangu?
Yeah, he's Trayvon Walker. Okay, get that number 1 pick to do some stuff, and then you can do that.
All right.
Not until then. Not until then.
Anywho, we will have that. We will have Michael Vick talk and a whole lot more tomorrow,
Yeah,
as well as Mike Griffith.
Yeah, Mike Griffith. For you dogs, because we're just going to look at all those dogs and see which one can be a cat. And maybe come here with that 24th pick overall. So we will do that tomorrow. Thanks to the Golf Club of Southampton. Tonight, out at the 9 after 5, you can come on out and enjoy a great 9-hole game, food and prizes afterwards. So call 287-PLAY. Get on the tee sheet. Join Joe C. I would love to see you down there at the Golf Club of Southampton. Mia O'Brien, Matty Hayes, Leon Cersei, and JJ. Take it away.
The First Coat